Hello gang, hello friends, welcome back. It's been a second, hasn't it? Apologies. Remember the other week probably, we had a look at, right, hang on, what did we do? I did a Temu haul video and I asked you all what you wanted to see, and the answer was everything. So we will look at everything from that haul, but the main request was for the magnets. So we're going to have a look at these magnets, these ones, which I think might be for regular polish, well, like regular cat eye polish, as like not gel polish, nail varnish. And then these, which are primarily, I think, are for to use with your tip cutters to get the length the same on all nails, but we'll have a look at those as well. And then these balls, should we call them beads? Because I'll probably make myself laugh at some point if I use the word balls a lot. Because I'm 7. And then we have a bunny rabbit one, and then this heart one, which is the one I'm most excited about. Because I just can't be doing with faffing about with a bloody paperclip. No, just don't be silly. So we're going to start with the beads, and they all come apart separately, but I'm going to try and roll them up in a little spiral. And there's plenty of things that don't work in this video, but you know, I do it so you don't have to. That was fun. It's twisting them around. That's something you can do with them. So we're going to start with Madame Glam's Super Cateye. Just the best. It's just, I love this Cateye. It's amazing. You can put stuff over it, you know, or you can mix it with things to make them Cateye, and the glow is bananas. And then we're going to take all these beads, whatever, and it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it does, but I think it's doing too much. There's too many balls. So that was just experiment number 1. What happens with these balls is when you push them, they push the magnetic bits away from the balls, and so you get a glow in a ball shape at the end of where it's pushed it away. Yeah, so it's like pushing your hand into sand, and then where your fingertips end, you'll get this mark. It's like that, but with cat eyes. That was a terrible analogy, but it's late as always. So I tried again with them bunched up as opposed to swirled up. It was all right. It was okay. Did we leave it at that? I can't remember. There were so many don't like it, brush over it, bring out the zhuzh, and then do it again. So I'll just, what goes in the lamp, your guess is as good as mine. We'll have to just wait and see. So each time I'm doing this, I'm sort of painting over it again, and then bringing out the zhuzh fully, like magneticizing it fully, and then doing this, as opposed to doing this straight after painting. You want to bring out the zhuzh first. Bring out the zhuzh. And then again, I've scrunched them up. Do you see where it's pushing away? So you get the shape of what it's left behind left. And I thought, could I bring some glow back, maybe with a bit of a zhuzhing? And then I just pushed it away again. But I've never used them before, so this was trial and error. Is that one okay? Okay, so we put that in the lamp. And then I thought, well, that looks nice-ish. Let's do a second coat. Because if one coat looks nice, 2 coats would look really nice, right? So we're going to do the same. Again, bringing out the glow, bringing out the cat eye, activating it, and then using the balls, the beads, the beady balls. But I'm using less this time. I think I've taken some off. And not putting lots of them over the nail. So you're just pushing in like a few from the side. And it does give the kind... Oh, we're going for, I forgot to say, the water, you know, like the swimming pool type thing. And I think it does give that. It gives it better than the attempt I did, you know, where you put a sheer white, like a milky white, and then put top coat on it, it spreads, and it just seems a bit faffy. So this way worked and was easier. And then we're going to take this Born Pretty, I need to take a breath, holy moly. Okay, we're going to take this Born Pretty Jelly Blue. Look at that. Oh, I'm in love. I love that. Do I? Tappity tap. I wasn't sure if it looked watery enough, you know, if it was obvious. So we're going to take some, was this cake batter, I think, from Madame Glam. You can get a whopping 30% off at Madame Glam using the link in the description and the code MISSJO30, and you can get 22% off at Born Pretty using the link in the description and the code that I'll put on the screen. I can't remember. All my codes are different. I can't remember everything. So I did 2 coats of that, what did I say it was called? Cake batter. And this coat's wet, so I haven't cured the second coat. I'm just taking some of the other colour I just showed you and just smushing, just doing a little bit of swirl and a smush, trying to go for sand. Realising that the sea isn't so much like the top of a swimming pool, but we're gonna make it be the sea anyway. And then I'm taking Loyal and some base coat, and I'm just going to pick a little bit up of each, smush a little bit more of that, and I'm using the ultra liner, and I'm just going to wiggle it along where the colours meet, just for a kind of sea foam. What is this stuff called? What is that? Is it froth? Why does it go all white? Yes, water is clear. So why does it go all, you know, foamy and white at the end? I'll Google it in a minute. I won't be able to sleep otherwise. And then I this wasn't a good idea, I don't think. I took an ombre brush, and I'm just pulling some of that white back, so it sort of, you know, goes back into the sea as it does, but I kind of ended up covering a bit of the water look we're going for. And then classic beach nails, we're going to put a little gold shell and some pearls and a little starfish. Found a little starfish. I put this on and then ended up putting the starfish on the other side, moving it before curing it, because my plan was to have it to the left of the shell, but then I put it on the nail the other way round and then thought, no, that wasn't the plan. It looks fine and it won't look much different, but it wasn't the plan. So we switched them around. And then I'm top coating over those. You can top coat over the pearls because they haven't got facets, and over the gold stuff so they don't pop off or lose their colour. And that is that one. Am I being really monotone? Sorry, I hope not. So that's that. I know that it's more swimming pool than ocean, that whole ball magnets, but I just wanted to make it look oceany. So now I've discovered that when doing designs with Cateye, as opposed to just bringing out the zhuzh, they do tend to work better on these types of Cateyes, which are sort of, they have different names depending where you get them from. Some call them water Cateyes or satin Cateyes or things like that. But you can tell the difference. Oh, thought I'd try this, and look at this. Ready? How cool is that? What is it? I don't know. It's cool though. Be cool for like a sci-fi set or kind of a bit of a snakeskin vibe. You know? I should have tilted the balls towards the tip of the nail. Anyway, I was just playing around. But these Cateyes have less fizz. By which I mean, none of them have actual fizz. Less grainy looking. You know, you get the ones where you can see all the grains, where these are very silky. there's not many grains. Like, it doesn't look grainy. I hope you know what I mean. There is a word that is sitting in my head and I can't think of what it is. Is it smooth? No. Is it? I don't know. So I did the same with the balls, but I think I used less, and I'm going to do a second coat again just to give it a bit more depth, a bit more dimension. See, I'm only using a few balls here, and it's sort of giving a flowery look, but if we keep going in all over it, then hopefully it will give a more watery look. And I really like this. Yeah, see? Having 2 layers, because you've got the dark, where the dark bits are, you can see through to the glowy bits on the first layer. And I thought that was really, really good. Thought it looked good. And then, all right, stop faffing about. Don't over-faff. That's what I was doing, over-faffing and then getting annoyed. It might not even look like this when we see it in a second, because I probably brushed over it and tried again. But one thing I will note, get it in the lamp quickly, because it starts to disperse. Whatever pattern you've made starts to disperse quite quickly. I noticed. So now I'm going to take the Varnail. Oh, this Cateye. This was from a video I did recently, I think, this Cateye. And you can get money off there as well. Go and check them out. They have got so many Cateyes. It's just Cateye heaven. And I do have a discount code for them as well in the description. So I'm going to do a big circle. Try and do a circle. And then making it fatter, because it's going to be a rubber ring. Wait, what do you call rubber rings in other countries? I feel like that's something that would have a different name. A rubber ring, a pool something? A pool hole? Right in the pool hole. And brought out the zhuzh. A rubber ring, a life ring? No, that's one of the orange and white ones for saving a life. I don't know. Let me know what you call them in your country, wherever you may be. And then we cured it, and I'm taking some 3D, some putty, mouldy, sculpty, mouldy as in, mould, not mould, not mould. And I'm going to pop that on there and try and make it how it's meant to be. I'm so one with the words today. I haven't really spoken much today, and it's like 1:40 in the morning. And it's the first time I'm really speaking, so I'm not doing so great. Making it look like a rubber ring is what we're going for. And the finger was the best thing to keep it sort of curved all the way around. And then decided to add something else. So I'm taking this, which is also from the Temu haul. This is a white, what are we calling it? Can we please all decide on a name, because everywhere calls it different. 3D non-sticky mold sculpt gel, putty, I don't know. And we're making a ball, and then I decided to do a cross on the ball with this silicone tool, because we're going to make it a beach ball, and they have sections, but do the sections have indents? Probably not once it's blown up. Hey ho. Okay, we're going to take these gel paints, Madame Glam, best gel paints ever. We have ultra pink, yellow, what was it called? Something yellow, vivid green, and blue something. I'll put everything in the description. Always look at the description, because I do write what I use, and I give them all emojis, which is easier than it sounds. No, harder than it sounds. Because some things it's very difficult to find an emoji for, so I have to get quite creative. Like there's a polish called Legacy, so I did a leg and the little sea emoji, the water wave thingy. I was quite proud of that. So we're going to do each section, and I have flash cured each section as we go, just to fill these in. And at this point, I was feeling quite positive about this video because I was like, it's all going to plan. I've just made a couple of 3D things. They were super easy, didn't have to do it 20 times. This is going to be good. And then there is some good stuff coming up, but it kind of all went a bit downhill because there was just so much didn't work, wipe over it, bring out the zhuzh, try again, didn't work, wipe over it, bring out the zhuzh, try again. And I started to get a little bit, how do you say, fuck off. But there is some good stuff that came out of it. It just wasn't as smooth as it had gone so far. Right, nails. I am using the pink again just to put some little bands on this, which does kind of give a life ring. Is that what we call them in England? Can some of my Brits tell me? Do we call the life the thing that the lifeguards have? Is it called a life ring? I don't know. But I did 4 of those on it just to, I don't know, just add something to it so it didn't just look like a, you know, pink Cheerio floating in the water. And then top coating everything. Wish I'd top coated the background first and then added these on, because you get wiggly light lines around things when you top coat around things, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not going anywhere. No one's wearing it. So that's that one. Little Cateye life ring. And a ball that technically should have more of the bottom half of it visible, because they don't sink halfway. But let's pretend they do. Okay. Right. Sweet Candy. This again is another less grainy. It's like finer. Is that the word I was thinking? Like a finer Cateye. I just poked myself in the gum. I should be less, what's the word, gesticular, because no one can fucking see it anyway. Yeah, this is another finer Cateye. I'm going to go with that. You know how glitters, you get bigger grains and smaller grains. So it's finer, you get a smoother glow. And then I just thought, for funsies, we'll just see what happens if we do this. Okay, try again. Making sure, that's quite cool, isn't it? Don't know what it looks like, but I don't know, just funky. Making sure that obviously if you're holding this straight on the nail and the nail is curved, and I'm talking curved from top to bottom as opposed to side, you need to maybe hold it, tilt it back towards the cuticle area and then tilt it forward towards the tip to get the magnet even over all the bits. Yeah. And then we've taken just a little circle of balls, and we're doing that. But then I thought, well, there's a big hole in the middle. So now I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm just going to push or press. No, just hold. That's it. From one side, the other side, and then back to the other side. For little flowery things. Cure that. That's cute. And I'm taking Votino. Is it Votino or Tino Vo? Is his name Tino? Anyway, I'm taking his Teflon matte, beg your pardon. You could just wipe and buff. If you don't have Teflon matte, don't fret. Wipe and buff. And I've done a coat of that and cured it. And now I'm using white gel paint, the Madame Glam one. And I'm going around these, but I wanted to go not completely where the flower ends. I want to leave a gap between the end of our little flower and where the line is, so that the Cateye flower was inside the lines, but not touching. And they're kind of flowers, but are they? I'm not sure. I've just done sort of petals around them, but they're not even, so it's a bit skewiff. And I've cured that, and now we're chroming. And at this point, I was thinking, this is fantastic. This is nice little colour combo, bit of pink. Then we've got the glowy lighter pink and the gold. But I kind of hid. It ended up masking the Cateye flowers. So it was a bit of a dumb move. Or maybe if I'd done the petals even further away, the lines, the gold, even further away from the magnet flowers. See what I mean? Kind of lost them. Kind of completely lost them, sort of completely. But I wasn't trying again. We get the gist. Now we're taking Yellow Diamond, which is such an amazing cat eye from Glam, and we've done a coat of black cured, and now we're going over with this, and we'll bring out the zhuzh. This one I don't do anything else with. I think I wiped off and went over it, but I was just testing. Look at that glow. Look at the mother trucking glow. And then we've got this pencil pen thing. So I thought we'll do a swirl. Did it quickly. Thought that didn't work. Need to do it slowly. Look at that. It's like a vortex of some sorts. And I thought I like that. So I'm going to wipe it off. And then use this from Varnail as well, another cat eye collection of theirs, because I just thought it would look like space. If we're going to do black and cat eye, I'm making it cosmic. There's nothing you can do about it. So we'll do the same, go slowly around with the pen tool, get a bit at the bottom, and in the lamp quickly before it loses its definition. And look at that! It's like space. It's like you're in the middle, or it looks like a bird's eye view of the galaxy, the Milky Way, you know, a spiral galaxy. So we need to space it up a bit. So I put some base coat down, and I'm adding some hollow galaxy stars, which will zip on a bit, because I realised this video was much longer than I had intended. So then we can top those, making sure when you put them on there, don't put the big one bang smack in the middle of the nail, because the nail's going to curve and the arms of the star are going to stick out. So place them where you can top them, and they're not going to have bits poking out. Or bend them first, roll them in your fingers so they have a curve. And then that's that one. I like it. What do you think? Okay. Then we're taking Born Pretty's Reflective Glass Cat Magnetic 53326, I believe. Oh, this is from a cat eye collection, a Born Pretty one, that I'll show you the collection in a minute, because holy macaroni. Look at this. Reflective. Look, I haven't even done anything with it yet. I haven't even zhuzhed it. And then you zhuzh it, and it goes this bright blue, blindingly bright blue, and the background goes like a red. Oh, this collection I think I did a Christmas video with. I managed to make a Christmas video. Did I make it cosmic? Okay, I just checked. I didn't make it cosmic, but I think I remember at the time really wanting to somehow tie in galaxies and Christmas. And so we're going to do the same. We're going to do a swirl again, because I couldn't think of anything else to do with this pen. I'm sure there's plenty of things to do with it, but they weren't in my brain at the time. So we cured that, and now we're taking the evil that is spider gel. I've given it a stir because it's been in the drawer for ages, and it all the pigment had sunk. But it's fantastic for constellations. Look at that. Constellations, super thin lines. You can go over it again. I think I might have gone over it again if your lines are too thin. But look at that. I would recommend having a picture in your mind of what you want the constellation to look like, or having a picture in front of you, because my first one is always based roughly on the plough, and then the other one ends up, it's nothing. I don't know what it is, but it looks like one. And then use gel paint to add some white dots. Don't try dotting with spider gel, you'll regret it, because you have to lift straight off and your arm doesn't reach as far as the spider gel stretches. So that's that one. Yeah? What do we think? I love it. Okay, off you go. Oh, so this is that collection, that Born Pretty collection. Look at it. Is that not amazing. I really wish they gave their colours names as opposed to, you know, numbers. Because, you know, Glass Cat 57332-4 doesn't have quite the ring to it as something else might. Oh, and they're all going that way apart from that one. How annoying is that? Okay. Yeah, go check out that collection. I'll put all details below for you. I'll do everything for you because I love you. We're using this colour, Sweet Peony. Was it called Sweet Peony? I showed it. And bringing out the zhuzh. And then I thought, let's put these flat things, flat circles, together in a row, but hold them down whilst you're letting the other one ping to it. Otherwise, you'll be there for a few weeks trying to get them to act accordingly. And then I put them in this. I thought I'll put them in some tape, but didn't have any tape. It was downstairs and I'm just that lazy. So folded it in one of these. Come on. And then holding it straight over the zhuzhed Cateye. And look, that's cool. And then you push it in from the side. Cateye. Not Cateye. What's the word I'm looking for? Snakeskin. Or crocodile print or whatever. I didn't do the best job of it. I think I lingered too long. You know, I outstayed my welcome and messed it up a bit. But that, I think, would work if you put some more thought into it than I did. And then we're trying this, which I think is probably made for regular nail varnish, which is Cateye, because I just don't think it's powerful enough. And also, we've got the balls that we can put in little circle, and they worked better. They were stronger. I don't think these are as strong. So we kind of got a look. Do you know what it reminds me of? The SpongeBob things in the back of SpongeBob, you know, the kind of swirly, not swirly, but like wobbly flowers on the back of SpongeBob. And then tried again and it didn't do anything, and then sometimes it did and you have to hold it there for ages. So I would say don't bother with that if you can, you know, just get the balls and do it that way. That's a no-no for me. I did try the other end. Again, didn't really do much. It did give some streaks, but nothing noteworthy. And then we're going to take this. So it's got a little shape there to go on the person's finger. However, that would make the heart upside down. Depending on how you have your nail art facing, I have it facing out. So when people look at my nails, it's the right way up to them. I know some people do it the other way round. I'm going to tell you a secret. That's wrong. I'm kidding. You could do it however you want to do it. But for me, it just doesn't make sense. So you can see this kind of wants to do a heart, but it's like it's just not strong enough. And then the other one, which is, I think, exactly the same. Maybe the magnet's the other way round, you know, the positive, negative. I don't know. But that was just a big old no. So that was all I was doing with those. And then we're going to try the rabbit. So I saw one video with it on the end of a magnet like this, but I fear the magnet I've got it on the end of is too strong. So then I saw another person had it like this, and they had the ears poking up, and then just a tiny bit of the face was poking up as well. And then they bent the ears a bit, which I tried to do with some skizzers, but I think that might not have been a good idea. So this one I held there for about 14 working days, and eventually something started to happen, but there was a lot of not much happening. Oh, but look at that. See, it wants to do something, but I found that you have to hold it really, really, really close to the nail. Like if you could barely fit an eyelash between the magnet and the nail. And I also think, so I'm just trying and then wiping and re-zhuzhing and then trying again. I also think that the where you put it on the nail makes a difference because of the curve of the nail. And I think it would be better on a squared nail. So if this nail was a coffin shape, or yeah, just squared, I think it might be better, because where I did get a little result sometimes like that, look at the size of what the bunny's face would be. He'd have these little ears and then a gigantic, gargantuan face underneath, you see? Be like a really chubby bunny. So we did get results with this, but they weren't, what's the word I'm looking for? They weren't, what's the bloody word? What? They weren't, I can't think, consecutive? No. They weren't the same after each time. But I was doing the same thing and expecting different results, so I don't know why, but they weren't, what's the bloody word? They weren't, oh, I don't know. I do know. It's just not there. It's just not happening for me. So, yeah, I would say try the bunny. And maybe try it on the end of different magnets. Because I did the first one and then I switched to this one. But my little noggin didn't think, why don't we try another one? We've got loads. No, it didn't go there. That one looks like a demon. The results weren't you know, like showing the same thing every time. Consistent. Well, how do basic words just fall out of my head? Look, that one's quite cute. Again, small ears, massive face. But again, look how quickly it starts to lose its sharpness. See? It's softening. Consistency. Consistent. That's the word. Oh, thank goodness. So that was the bunny. I would say give that a try and try with it on the end of different things or in different types of Cateye. And then the heart one. Look. First go. Is that first go? Or had I wiped again? I don't know. Wasn't looking. Oh no, this is the first go because I thought, well, I've done a bit there. I'll just try it over here. And then I'll wipe and do it again. Because if something goes right first time, I just don't believe it. I'm like, no, don't be silly. Nothing will go right first time. So I end up wiping and doing it again. But this is the heart. I was very happy with this. So let's wipe and do it again. And I like the fact that it's on a long, you've got the Y, the stem of the Y is long. So you can put it higher up on the nail. Whereas with the rabbit, it was sort of right there. You couldn't move it into the nail more because the magnet that you've put it on would be in the way. So that one is going in the lamp, is it? The more you hold it, the crisper it gets, the sharper it gets, the longer you hold it there. And then again, if you like it, you have to make a quick decision and then get it in the lamp. So we have a heart. Look at that. Oh, if I was a girly girl, I would wear those. Oh, can you imagine if they had a star one? Stop. I'd be all over that shit. And then I thought, let's do something with this. Let's put a heart on the inside so that when the Cateye heart is not showing, you know, you wiggle it, shows, doesn't show, shows, doesn't show. When it's not showing, we have another heart that is showing, which sounds simple, and it was simple, but there was a knack to it. And the knack being bringing out the zhuzh of this heart and then fixing it up, because you can't see it when you're painting it. So every time I had to do that and realise, no, it needs a bit more on that side, bit more on that side. But you can't just adjust the sides, because you need to re-agitate the Cateye so that when you do Cateye, it Cateyes evenly. So it took a bit of do it, Cateye it, check it, make it better, Cateye it, check it. And that's that. And I feel like my entire Temu haul was worth it just for this. I don't have any codes for Temu, but you can get these on Born Pretty, and I have a code for there, so go there instead. And you're less likely to end up spending, you know, £100 on things that you probably don't need. So I'm really happy with that one. Oh, and these were on my desk. So I just thought, remember these? These were only the other week, weren't they? So if you haven't seen this video, where I do a whole bunch of fruity stuff, Go check it out. Sorry if I made a noise that I'm moving around on my bed. Right, this is that. This is another one from that Born Pretty collection. And look at it, even without zhuzhing. Look at the friggin' sparkliness. Oh, it's reflective. And then we'll bring out the glow. And then quick swipe down that side, and then we'll do the heart on here. It didn't go as hearty as the first one. It was a bit like it's not long enough, you know. The point at the bottom of the heart was too close to the top of the heart. And then this one, which is also from that collection, and we're going to do that over what we've just done, but we're going to push all the zhuzh, all the magnetic-y bits up, and we'll bring out the zhuzh first. Whew. Look at that! Look how bright that green is! That's insane. I think it's green and yellow. Yeah, you can see it's got two colours. And we'll push it away from the other one so we don't cover it. And we're not going to do a heart this time. We're going to do a kidney bean. Or we're going to do a sonogram. Yeah, a kidney bean. But, you know, do you know what I think it was? I think it was because it was on the way I'd angled it. See how the one in the middle of the nail, the one we did before this, was a much better heart. It was in the middle, you know, it had relatively even, you know, it had the same amount of cateye around it, you know, both sides and then the top and bottom. And I think that gave a better shape. Whereas doing it closer to the bottom, I don't know, there's a lot more cateye above it than below it. And with the kidney bean, it's on the side, so does the curve of the nail affect it? Maybe, I don't know, but I'm going to say that it does. So bang smack in the centre did seem to be the best result. And then we're going to add some stars and dots, because stars and dots, they just make everything better. And we cured them, and then I'm taking some base coat and white that was probably on my palette from the Beachy one earlier. And we're going to go around the middle of our stars. And I think I go around some, if not all, of the dots as well, just because it gives a glow. If you're ever doing a galaxy like this or stars like that, always do that around them. Make it start with more base than white, because it's easier to build up. But it just makes them look more alive, you know? Ooh. So there's our heart, like kidney bean. We love jelly beans. I don't like jelly beans. I mean, if there were no other sweets available, I'd eat them. But anyway, that's that one. And then we're taking Cherished Rose, did that say? And we're going to paint this nail and then bring out the zhuzh. Look at the glow. And then we're doing another heart one. I think I was just really happy with the heart, so I thought let's end on a happy, is this the one we end on maybe, thing, as opposed to one that I wasn't that pleased with. See what I mean? You have to hold it there for a while. And look, mind you, that's in the middle, and that wasn't great. I don't know. I think it's all about where you're tilting it, how close you've got it, what the kind of magnet you're attached to. I don't know. But I did 2 coats of that because I thought it would, I don't know, just did. I thought it would make it more, you know. And then we're going to look for a chrome, but a sheer chrome, just to give it a kind of sheen. What would you call the effect that sheer chromes give? Because I know people say it's like a unicorn or like a glaze, isn't it? Like a glazed donut thing. Fucking glazed donut. Like it was new. But yeah, this kind of pearlescent, that's what I'm looking for. but it did end up masking the heart a little bit, but I liked it. I was feeling pink, so much so that I decided to add even more pink. Oh, what pink is this? It's a Madame Glam one and it's so good. Oh, I'll try and figure it out so I can put it in the description. And then, so put some at the top and then thought, well, ombre it down, forgetting just how pigmented this glitter is and how jam-packed full of glitter it is. So I think I have to wipe some off, because if I'd have ombre'd that down, it would have got too close to the heart, and we didn't want to do that. Probably didn't need to do this at all. But you know, when you're sort of feeling pink and you've got the glow and you've got hearts and you've got pearlescent, why not add glitter? I think I've wiped some off at this point, and then just fading it up from the bottom as well. Yeah, bad move, I think, this. But there you go. And then we're going to cure it and top it. Is that everything? Oh, we're going to have a little bit of, oh, show me the bottom. Show me the bottom. Have a little bit of tidying up porn. Not quite as messy as my desk in the last tidying up segment, but still kind of satisfying to watch. Have a clean. Have a little bit of a tidy. Make sure your brush is clean. Put them in their little tubes and then the lids. And then wipe the brush. And then I think that might be everything. Do you know what I haven't asked you yet? How are you? How is everybody? I have been reading your comments. They've been so helpful recently because I've had a bit of a crappy time with anxiety recently after my panic attack at the Wimbledon final. God, the worst timed panic attack ever. I've just had a bit of a hangover from it. I think today was a better day. But I've been incredibly unproductive because anxiety has just been lingering, you know, just sitting on my shoulder. So thank you for your comments. I really appreciate them. They mean so much to me. Look. Okay, that's amazing. That's like princess nails, isn't it? You've got glitter, you've got Cateye, you've got pink, you've got a glaze, you've got a heart. It's so pretty. I think I should have put a heart inside that heart as well. Oh, behave. Oh, behave. There we go. And this is everything we've done with those magnets. That pink heart looks like it's disappeared. I think it's just the angle. You can see it better in a minute. So that's all the things we did with the magnets. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know which one is your favourite out of these. If you had to wear a set based on one of these, which one would it be? Don't forget there's discount codes and links in the comments for money off everything. Discount codes and yep, that made sense. So check those out. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate your comments so much. I read them all. I know I don't reply to them all, and I'm rubbish like that. But I do read them, and they really mean the world to me. So thank you. I think the next video might be some really cool stuff from Born Pretty store. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I won't leave as long a gap between this one and that one as I did this one and the last one. But I appreciate being here. So much. Like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.